Welcome to Sun City News. I'm your host, Norma Taylor. Here are some news stories we're working on for you this week. We bring you some important community association news. Senior Director of Operations, Gio Villejas, gives us a Projects in Progress update. We talk with Sandy Milliken, Staying Connected's first Executive Director. Those stories and more coming up. Sun City News starts now.
This is Sun City News with Norma Taylor and the Sun City News team, covering our community and the Lowcountry.
Candidate application packets for this year's community election are available to download from the election page of the community website. Completed packets may be dropped off at Palmetto Commons beginning August 1st. Board candidate applications are due by September 12th. Neighborhood representative candidates must drop off their applications by September 27th. All residents are invited to the next Chat with the Board sessions at 9:30 a.m. on Friday, August 9th at Pickney Hall and 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. August 15th at Magnolia Hall. Residents will get a chance to speak with one or more members of the Sun City Board of Directors. Table rentals for the parking lot sale go on sale at 8 a.m. on Friday, August 2nd at Lifestyle Services. Tables are $25 each and 2 tables are allowed per household. The annual parking lot sale will be Saturday, September 21st on Sun City Lane. A portion of Argent Way in the Okeetee Woods neighborhood is closed so contractors can make repairs to the road. The neighborhood representative and residents affected by the road work have been notified, as well as local police and fire departments. The repairs are expected to last approximately 2 weeks. The August issue of Sunsations is now available to read online at suncityhiltonhead.org. A hard copy of the magazine will be delivered to your mailbox soon. For more information about these events and other community activities, check your email inbox for eNews Weekly or log on to suncityhiltonhead.org. The Community Association has made it easier than ever to stay informed about the major capital projects happening in Sun City Hilton Head. The Projects in Progress webpage is now available on www.suncityhiltonhead.org under Membership Announcements. You can also navigate to this page and the Association at Work flyer by clicking the yellow image at the bottom of eNews Weekly. Our news team met with Senior Director of Operations, Gio Villejas, at the tennis courts to check out the project in progress being done there. Let's listen.
There's a lot of work being done here. What we are going to do is we were scheduled to do the lighting here. But as you can see, to do the lighting, they really have to get into this work because of the bases. And if you could see the bases, these are humongous bases because the lights are buried in concrete. They have to have a special wind rating for the hurricanes here. Since we're going to do this much work, it was decided that we pulled everything forward and then also do the fencing and then do the regrading. And that way, because since the damage is so extensive, we figured let's get everything replaced at once, and that way we can come back and do the total job and then do the laser grading and resurfacing.
Do you foresee, as the job's getting done, do you foresee opening some of the courts before all of the courts are open?
We do. What we're doing here behind you is the lighting is coming up. As you can see, most of the lighting's already been demoed. We're looking to having the lighting completed by the end of the week. And then on Monday, they're coming to start to make the repairs. And also fencing will be here tomorrow. So we're looking to having the resurfacing and the repairs starting to be made on these first 4 courts next week.
Okay, so you foresee by at least the middle of August that some of our residents could be playing on courts 1 through 4?
Absolutely. What we're looking to do is once these courts are repaired, and as you can see, there's a lot more work than we anticipated. That's going to have to happen before we can get this even laser graded. So once these courts are ready, we're going to open up these courts to the public, and then we're going to switch to the other side and continue the work over there.
Okay, and then the other courts from 5 to 12 are going to be worked on, and that's going to take a while.
Yes, ma'am. Not too long, because once they're done here, they're going to jump over to the other side, and then we'll start with the lighting, the fencing, and as they go, then we'll start resurfacing as well. So they're going to piggyback behind each other. It's important that people know that Willie Tripp, Mr. Tripp, our facilities manager, really has a big part because he's got connections here. And when we need things done, he's the one who makes the phone calls, gets electricians here, gets the plumbers here because of that relationship he has. Then we have Janie, who's overseeing the jobs and is really looking at the big picture. So her role is coordinating with the contractors, coordinating with vendors, but it really takes our whole operations team to make these projects come together. And this is a big thing, is that we understand that there's an inconvenience to all the work we do, but I have to tell you, we're so excited to do this work because when I come back and this project is done, from all the hard work that our team has put in and the contractors, I can't wait to sit here, have a nice cold drink, and watch all the residents enjoying it because, yes, it's a small inconvenience, but look at what we're going to turn over once we're done.
Sandy Milliken is Staying Connected's first executive director. She's in our studio today to discuss her goals and plans for this wonderful organization. Well, welcome, Sandy, to Sun City. I understand you're a new resident, and welcome to Sun City TV News.
Thank you so much. Yes, a new resident by 2 months.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks.
Now, what type of support do our residents get offered from Staying Connected?
Okay. So Staying Connected is a nonprofit here within Sun City Gates that provides a village type concept, which is really just neighbors helping neighbors. We're volunteers that are providing support to residents who and members. People become members of Staying Connected. To transportation to doctor's appointments, transportation to PT in the event they can't drive, such as someone who has a knee replacement, lives alone, they can't drive. So these are volunteers who have been vetted, and they drive them to those appointments. We also do some trips to grocery stores in the area, for that individual for some reason cannot drive and get those groceries themselves. And then we have respite care, which provides, if someone's caring for a loved one that can't be left alone, then we have some volunteers, wonderful volunteers, who go in and provide a couple of hours of respite time.
Is there a membership fee for these resident services?
There is. It is $50 every 6 months.
So if someone's interested in volunteering, they should call 843-705-2259 or go to the website at www.stayingconnected.org. Coming up on Sun City News, our wine guru Tina Thompson gives us some suggestions on Napa wine excursions. Kaylee Vaughn of the Morris Center updates us on History Center classes. Reporter Margie Bruiser attended the new Minnesota group meeting. We'll be right back after these important messages. Tina Thompson takes a break from wine tasting to wine touring this week.
Few summer wine notes. Traveling to Napa? Be sure to check out these recent excursions. 1881 Napa, a new destination in Oakville, California, seeks to be a one-stop shop for everything Napa wine. It's located in a Victorian home from 1874 next to the famed Oakville Grocery. According to the announcement, it features a tasting room that showcases wines from Napa Valley's distinct sub-appellations, a museum where guests can explore Napa's rich wine history, an extensive collection of historic wine relics and original artifacts from the early California wine trade archive. John Charles Bosset, the French-born wine mogul behind the Bosset collection, is the mastermind. The self-guided museum section is free and open to the public. While in Napa, take a gondola ride. Where? On the Napa River. Gondolo Servicio of Oakland recently hired Sean O'Malley to revive their Napa service that ended in 2006 when the city was making flood control improvements. O'Malley is now owner-operator of Napa Valley Gondola, reports the Napa Valley Register. He wants to marry the city's food and wine culture with the gondola. Described as old world meets new world charm, O'Malley states it's almost as if you're doing a show. The self-described extrovert practicing outside the shower learn the history of gondolas, and seems to be a natural at entertainingly corny jokes. Tours range between $95 and $160. Next, wine novelty fun buys. Aldi grocer bought back their popular floating stick-in-the-sand wine glasses for summer 2019. Great also for pool time to quench your thirst. A summer essential, these glasses are sold in clear, white, and turquoise at $2.49 a glass. Wine Pair featured a Bengal flask. You're looking good while holding 4 ounces of your secrets. A must for any fashionista at $59. Rugged and durable, it's perfect for situations that require subtle sipping. Thanks for watching. I'm Tina Thompson.
Kaylee Vaughn is Director of Exhibitions and Programs for the Morris Center of Low Country Heritage in Ridgeland. They're offering several classes in August, and she's here today to tell us about several of them. Well, welcome, Kaylee, to Sun City News.
Thanks so much for having me.
Well, it looks like you have quite a schedule of diverse classes coming up in August.
So yeah, August is definitely our month of creativity at the Morris Center for Low Country Heritage. We have some great opportunities for people to get creative, like a paint and sip class that's going to be happening on August 9th, where people can come and learn about watercolor. We have a local artist named Dawn Duff. She's going to be coming and instructing the class. It's going to be a small class size so people can come, hang out with friends, have a glass of wine, and paint a lovely galaxy nightscape that's kind of inspired by the Low Country.
Okay, now all your classes have elements of discovery and education. For instance, your paint and sip. You bring wine and you learn watercolor art from an experienced teacher. So that's my kind of a class. A glass of wine in one hand and a paintbrush in the other, huh?
Yeah, it's a great environment. People are really just laid back. It's always, you can have fun when you're learning, and it's always good to socialize as well. And we have a lot of people who make a lot of friends when they come to these types of programs.
Well, then you have a Civil War reenactor show, which is called The Evolution of Civil War Uniforms and Weapons. Now, there have been many angles to the history of the Civil War, so this one is certainly original, isn't it?
So we have a reenactor from Barnwell, and anybody who's a part of the Civil War Roundtable here in Sun City would probably have seen him before. He's going to be doing a new take where he's talking about how the weapons and the uniforms changed for the Confederate soldiers throughout the Civil War, and he's going to have another reenactor with him, so they're going to be able to kind of walk you through the process and be able to show you how the uniforms changed.
Sounds really interesting, especially for people who are history buffs.
Yeah, and it's a free program. A lot of our history talks are free, so that's one of our free programs.
Even better yet.
Yeah.
Now, cooking with local flavor is totally local. The food, the instructor, the recipes, and I know you got something really good planned for August.
We have an amazing commercial kitchen that's in our new renovated space that opened in October, and we've been really lucky to use it as a space to teach culinary arts in. So we thought with the plantation exhibit that we have right now and talking about local cuisine and growing food, we have a local farm that's not far from us in Pineland, Whippoorwill Farms. They're going to be sourcing the chickens for us. So we thought this would be a great way to kind of highlight local ingredients and seasonal cooking. So we're working with a local. His name's Lee Fields. He's worked in many restaurants on the island and other places in the Low Country. So he's going to lead this workshop. It's very intimate, only 10 spots per workshop on August 24th. So you can do a morning one at 11 o'clock or you can do an afternoon one at 2 o'clock.
It sounds like you have a very, very busy August for the Morris Heritage Center. Good luck with all the classes. They sound fantastic. We welcome the newly formed Minnesota group. Reporter Margie Bruiser joined them recently at Riverbend.
I'm here with Dee Kantoritz and Marcia Schroeder, and they are the co-organizers of the recently registered group, Minnesota Group.
Well, after living in Sun City for a short while, I knew there had to be more than just the two of us from Minnesota, so I went through the Sun City directory, picked out everybody I found that indicated they were from Minnesota, sent them an email, and we started out last March. We had about 40 people in attendance, and now we have about 97 that I have emails for.
Sunsations has our contact information for the Minnesota group. Send an email to Dee Kantorowitz or myself, Marcia Schrader, and we're happy to have you join us. In our group, there are no dues. When we get together, as we did today and had a potluck, We take kind of a goodwill offering to help pay for cleaning and other things, but other than that, there are no annual dues.
Our next event is October 13th from 1 to 4 in the afternoon, and that one we're titling Flannel Shirts and Minnesota Hot Dishes. So guaranteed we're going to have a lot of real Minnesota wild rice dishes.
Where did you live in Minnesota?
I lived in Minnesota in St. Cloud, Minnesota, the home of Garrison Keillor, and all sorts of wonderful stuff, don't you know? And I came to Sun City in October 31st, 2013. We were sick of the winters, needed some place that didn't have so much in taxes, and the taxes are great here. The people are fine. It's a historic area, and we love it.
We are in Sun City year-round. When we first thought about coming down, we thought about doing a back-and-forth thing, having a place in Minnesota. But then since we got down here, we decided we didn't want to leave.
Seasonally, we've only been here since October, but we're planning on spending the rest of our time here, so we love it. It was a 17-inch snowfall in April last year that got us into leaving Minnesota for good.
Dee and Marcia were very appreciative of being able to speak with you today, and really we give you our thanks. And I'm from Minnesota, so this is my club now too.
Still to come on Sun City News, Randy Selman tells us about the May River Theater's newest production. Reporter Chris Chase attended the GFWC Women's League of the Lowcountry barbecue fundraiser. And sports reporter Ray Tapio advises us on some cool water fun. We'll return after these messages from our sponsors. Entertainment reporter Randy Selman got up and close and personal with two actors from the May River Theater's production of The Outsiders. Let's take a look.
Here with me today in the studio are two actors from The Outsiders, Logan Natty, who plays Two-Bit, and Keaton Mickleby, who plays Ponyboy. Welcome, and thanks for joining us. Keaton, can you tell us a little bit about your character Ponyboy?
Sure, certainly. He is first and foremost a dreamer, and he was definitely born on the wrong side of life. And he represents everything that it means to be beautiful about youth and to be carefree.
Who's Two-Bit?
Well, Matthew Two-Bit he's called Two-Bit because he's always getting in his two bits. He's always answering to questions that weren't asked to him and things like that. He's a very, funny guy. Light and charismatic, but the way S.E. Hinton writes him, while characters like Ponyboy and Dallas have a larger part in the narrative, Two-Bit is kind of this all-encompassing greaser figure. He's always talking about how greasers talk, the rules, the walk, how we look. He's always pointing out the coolest cars, so he really is kind of the most greaser character.
How is this play different than any others you've been in?
Well, I actually attended the South Carolina Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities for the final 2 years of my high school career. And there we performed plays ranging from Shakespeare to Sam Shepard. And honestly, this adds a new layer to it. This adds a new perspective, and this adds a new challenge.
What's your favorite part of being in this production, Logan?
Well, it's cliche to say the cast, but really it is a group. It's a good group of people. We do hang out outside of rehearsal. We see each other a lot, and we really are good friends. Working in any stage, it's very intimate, and you see like a truer form of everybody. But even in these unmasked stages, we still really enjoy working with each other. It really is a pleasure.
How about you, Keaton?
Yeah, my favorite part is the cast. It's just to get everyone together and create a work. It's the best feeling in the world.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
The GFWC Women's League of the Lowcountry held a fun raising barbecue on July 25th at the Pavilion, with proceeds benefiting the Jasper Boys and Girls Club in Ridgeland. Reporter Chris Chase attended the event.
We're here with the two people that are responsible for this wonderful night. Now, Sharon, how did all this come about?
Well, we decided that we needed money quickly for our renovation work at the Boys and Girls Club. And instead of waiting till the fall, we just decided to go ahead and do it in the summer, in the heat of the summer, and have a barbecue. and it worked out perfectly.
Oh, everything looks wonderful. Now, were you responsible for this?
No, there's a whole team of people headed up by Margaret Stevens who really is responsible for this.
All right, Margaret, you did a fantastic job. This must have been a lot of work.
It was, but I have a wonderful team that helped me, and this is not my first rodeo. I was president of GFWC in Strongsville, Ohio.
Well, it's sports time. And Ray, water and sports seems to be a great combination right here in Sun City.
Well, right in the water or on the water, we have the sport for you. It has been quite too hot for many competitive sports here in Sun City. I thought you might be interested in and enjoy a different sport that you and your grandchildren could enjoy during their summer visit. Our South Carolina Model Yacht Association holds sailing meets on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at Lake Somerset. Friday is the day to take the grandchildren, as the club could actually let them take the helm and sail the models. Contact Greg Lanza, Club Commodore, at 707-7025 for times and details, or check out Sensations. Oh, by the way, no life jackets are required. Okay, as I said, it may be a little hot for outdoor sports, but our volleyball club has some good ideas. They play at Buckwalter Recreation Center on Buckwalter Parkway on Mondays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. However, if you feel like playing and really keeping cool, you can join the club at 5 p.m. on Thursdays at the Lake House Outdoor Pool for some water volleyball. Contact Charlie Best at 469-767-2311 to get the scoop on water volleyball. And no life jackets are required. That's this week's update. And remember to hydrate hours before you go out to play. I say play because it's never too late to have your second childhood right here in Sun City. I'm enjoying mine. Ray Tapio for Sun City Sports.
Thanks for watching our show this week. We invite you to check out Sun City TV's weekly program schedule in Sensations magazine. And now check highlights and alerts on Twitter at Sun City TV HHI. Also, email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. Now, to see extended coverage of your favorite news segments, tune into Extra. Check the current Sensations magazines for daily times. And make sure you tune in next week to find out all the news that's happening in our community. In the meantime, I hope your week is full of only good news. For Sun City News, I'm Norma Taylor, and I'll see you next week.